Is weed affecting your vibration? On this video, I'm going to share with you why weed or cannabis, as it's also known, may be affecting your manifestation, your vibration, and your life experience in general. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you can keep getting awesome content to support you in your awakening path. So let's be honest. Anybody being raised in a high school or in the West, probably you were invited to smoke weed. Probably you were offered to smoke weed. And I'm among those people that actually accepted the invitation. I always had this tendency to say yes to life, and I guess I just accepted the invitation to smoke weed. So I started smoking weed at a pretty early age, and it was fun and it made me feel good. Now, in this stage of my life, probably like 15 years later, I'm becoming very aware of my body and my energy and my vibration. And I'm realizing that weed or Holy Mary, it's definitely a very powerful plant. And please don't get me wrong, I do embrace and I do know that weed can be used in a very sacred way. But the truth of the matter is that it's being used for way too long as a numbing medicine, almost like an opiate. And yes, many people will say that it has all these medicinal properties, but very few people are using it for the medicinal properties. Cancer patients, yes. People with very strong body pain from a surgery, from an accident, yes. But if you are smoking weed, I want you to ask yourself, why are you smoking weed? Are you finishing your long day of work and you smoking a joint to tap out? Or are you using it to be more in a creative flow if you're an artist? And I think this is the essence of today's video, to really know what is the intention behind the use of weed. Right now, if I wanted to smoke weed, which I've tried because I love experimenting, I can tell you, I feel my vibration dropping. And it's not only me saying this, many of my friends on this path, we all agree that weed, in the vast majority of people, is actually lowering the vibration. There's a few individuals that do use cannabis as a creativity enhancing medicine, but that's a very small number of people doing so. And in this video, I just want you to really realize, if you've been using cannabis or if your loved one is using cannabis, to observe without judgment, why is your cannabis being used? Are you smoking weed? Is it really to tap in or to tap out? Is it to be creative or not to be creative? And that is the great example of how any tool depends on who is using it, which will give it the final use and the final outcome of that tool. A knife can be used to kill, or it can be used to make and prepare a beautiful meal. So weed, it's exactly the same. It can be used for many creative purposes. It can be used to support cancer patients in dealing with pain. It's great for dealing with pain. But even in that realm of dealing with pain, now with the CBD boom that we've seen all around the world, I see so many people using CBD almost daily. And yeah, they will argue that they have pain or they medically can use it, but our bodies, your body, has the innate capability to overcome and to deal and to transmute pain just by its own power, just by your own sovereign free will. A great way to also activate the THC receptors in our brain is through cold water. Like Wim Hof has shared so many times that he loves getting high. And I agree 100% with him. I love getting high. But get high on life, get high on elements that you don't depend on. Yes, we can use cold water, but if there's no cold water, what do you have left? Your breath. And through your breath, you can activate the same neurotransmitters that you will activate and teach with smoking weed, but in a more sustainable way, in a way that is also not affecting your lungs negatively, but breath actually enhances and powers your lungs to become more resilient and stronger. And then there's the other ugly side of weed. Most weed grown nowadays, most weed that you can access on the street, it's not really the original weed. It's been already highly modified, hybridized to enhance or to increase the THC content. And I remember when I was back in Canada, my last joints that I smoked, I remember completely I had to quit because it was so strong. And I remember this is not the same weed that I could get some years ago in a different country. So this is to say that I do believe that there's a bigger plan from maybe the people in power to disempower those that are going for the fast tap, which is weed. Now that cannabis is being legalized, so many people are smoking without any judgment, and it's so easy to just access weed, but most of this weed has not been grown in a sacred way. It's not grown in its natural environment or with the natural nutrients. They're just like boosted up, like if it was steroids. So I understand that there's many people that want to protect weed. Natural weed, amazing. I'm pretty sure if you smoke weed in a natural manner, which means every specific occasion, doing a ceremony like it used to be in ancient times, weed used to be consecrated as a ceremony. But now people are just stoking. And when I say people, I also refer to myself some years ago, 10 years ago, where I used to smoke every day, a few times a day, and it was just my natural state of being fully high. And then now I understand that I was fully numb. I was high and numb. So your vibration is definitely being affected by weed. Anything that you do will affect in a positive manner or in a negative manner your vibration. And weed is one of those tools that can positively affect your vibration. Very few people that are not using it to tap out, people that are not using it to avoid pain, can use this sacred medicine to enhance their life. Most other people, including myself, it doesn't raise your vibration. I really feel that it's just numbing and making you slower. And you know what happens when you become numb and slower? You become the perfect prey for the system. Through junk food, through junk media and content, your relationships will be that of a reflection of your vibration. That's why like stoners tend to relate with stoners, and that's why sober people tend to relate with sober people. And it's all a matter of choosing where you want to be, where you want to stand. And there's no judgment towards any group. Anybody can choose to do whatever they want. But if you are on this path and you are excited to wake up fully in your power, seeing through with clarity without this smoke and mirrors that can occur with weed, sober up. There's no reason why not to enjoy life as it is. Maybe smoking occasionally every full moon with a specific group of friends, that's perfect. But when you depend on something, wine, alcohol, weed, or any other substance, any other tool, then you know that is affecting your vibration negatively because you are dependent, and dependency is always on the lower scale of vibration. Speaking of breath, like I was saying before, if you want to empower your life every single day, download the free breath, guided breath journey I have on the description. which literally is like waking up and breathing the most amazing prana, activating your THC neurotransmitters, eliminating pain, eliminating mind clutter, eliminating distraction, and awakening to who you're meant to be. And that's all within you. You don't have to go to any dealer. You don't have to buy from any shop or smart shop. Everything's within you. And that's what all the teachings have always been saying and pointing towards. Here. Here is exactly within you. Everything you've been looking for. The most amazing highs. The most exhilarating drug. It's the drug of love, of compassion. It's all within you. And you can activate this through breathwork, through meditation and contemplation. These are just my 2 cents. Again, there's no judgment against those that smoke or not, because I've smoked. I've been a big time stoner. But now I've realized the life is so much better waking up without that hangover of smoking joints all night or all day, and waking up and getting high on my own breath. It's definitely priceless, and it's free. It's within me and it's always available. If you're excited to also awaken your life, check the meditation below. Your life will for sure change radically. Don't forget to subscribe and get high on life.